Hi, my name is Nikki Allen, and for my book talk, I did The Higher Power of Lucky by Susan Petrone. This book is a great book for both adults and children. I think everybody should read this book because it helps people realize that they have to accept the things in life that they cannot change. The book opens with the main character, Lucky. Lucky is a little girl from Hardpan whose population is about 43 people. Lucky's mother dies at the beginning of the book, while it's actually before the book starts, and her father also abandons her. Lucky's mother dies during a rainstorm after stepping on some fallen power lines. And here is a picture of the power lines. I had to use a picture of the power lines because obviously I can't bring real power lines into my house. So after Lucky's mother dies, her father's first wife, Bridget, moves from France to California to become Lucky's guardian until Lucky gets placed into a foster home. Well, Lucky never gets placed into a foster home, so Bridget, or Brigitte, as you would say in French, ends up taking care of her. Since Hardpan is such a small town, a lot of the town doesn't have a job, so the government provides them with food supplements, which Brigitte uses to feed her and Lucky. Lucky's one older friend, Short Sammy, also receives this food, and he also comes up with creative ways to make different kinds of foods from the supplements given to them, and he often feeds Lucky and her other friend Lincoln with this food. Lucky also has a dog that is her best friend. She named her dog HMS Beagle, even though it is not a real beagle. And I'll show you a picture. And there is HMS Beagle. He's actually a mutt, but she named him HMS Beagle after the ship that Charles Darwin sailed on to the islands. She really likes Charles Darwin. It's her favorite scientist because she feels that they are a lot alike. Lucky also has a friend named Miles. Miles is 5 years old, and he lives with his grandmother because his mother is in jail, but Miles doesn't know that his mother is in jail. He just thinks that she is away taking care of a family member. Miles loves for Lucky to read him Are You My Mother? It's his favorite book. He knows it by heart, but he loves it when other people read it for him. Also, Lucky's friend Lincoln, his mom thinks that he will someday be the president of the United States because he's so clever and smart. But the truth is, Lincoln really loves knots and loves to tie knots, so he would rather be the president of the knot tying club, which I also think that Lucky kind of has a crush on Lincoln, but she doesn't admit it throughout the book, but there are some things that hint towards that idea. Also, as a ward of the state or the ward of a guardian, Lucky feels that it's really important to carry around a survival backpack. Lucky carries many things in this backpack for survival, but one thing I found really interesting that she carries around is nail polish remover. She carries nail polish remover around because she likes to collect bugs, so she has to kill them, and she doesn't want to squish them because she wants to preserve them. So in order to kill them, she'll put them in a petri dish and then put the nail polish remover in, and it kills them without squishing them. So then she's able to put them in her collection of bugs. Lucky is fortunate enough to be one of the few people to have a job in Hardpan. She works at the Found Object Wind Chime Museum and Visitor Center. So here's a little wind chime. This is also the center that holds the town's anonymous meetings, like Alcohol Anonymous, Smokers Anonymous, Obesity Anonymous, different meetings like that. Lucky enjoys listening to people talk about how they hit rock bottom and found their higher power. Lucky decides that she wants to find her higher power, but she must first hit rock bottom. Lucky is sure that Brigitte is going to leave her and move back to France, which makes Lucky hit rock bottom and run away to find her higher power. She doesn't realize that with running away, she gets the whole town involved, and she realizes that the whole town, including Brigitte, actually really does care about her and loves that she is in the town of Hardpan. At the end of the book, Brigitte tells Lucky that she is going to adopt her and start a restaurant in Hardpan with the loan that Lucky's father had given her. I'm going to read you a passage that is one of my favorites from this book. It is on page 71. The captain went on, but then I came to a meeting and started working the 12 steps. I found my higher power, and here I am. Lucky's enzymes started churning. She leaned forward to listen carefully. Maybe the captain would explain exactly how he found his higher power, and also where, which would be extremely helpful. So far, Lucky hadn't found a trace of her higher power, though she tried hard to be alert of the slightest hint of it. I really like this passage, and it really stuck out to me because I feel like it really shows the author's style of writing. So I really enjoyed reading The Higher Power of Lucky, and I think you will too. So get reading.